there were so many things that happened that no one was aware of. You know, phones being snatched, calls being made, texts going back and forth between people.
At one point, you were pregnant by Jay?
Yes, I had a miscarriage.
Okay, this was before the whole
This
thing
was,
happened.
this was like
Okay.
before all of that.
How far?
You took an unprecedented stand to fight for this marriage. I mean, to fight for it and to put it all out there. What is it about this marriage that's so special that you would fight this hard to save it?
Well, it's my soulmate, it's the person I love.
Very young, and it kind of forced me to mature.
Despite everything, Beyonce's relationship with her dad seemed strong. On her first solo album, she wrote a song called Daddy with lyrics stating that she hopes to find a husband like her dad.
And that foundation is so important. Just to have someone that you just like, someone that is honest.
Honest?
This was a couple years before Jay-Z was caught cheating.
Remember the singer Blu Cantrell?
While he was steaming, I was steaming in the beamer, just steaming.
2014, Blu was placed in custody after being seen running in the streets, claiming to have been poisoned.
Allegedly, Miss Cathy White had a secret relationship with Jay-Z before he began dating Beyonce and after.
Jay's ex Carmen Bryan is coming forward with some seriously shocking revelations about how Jay has allegedly been keeping his mistresses quiet over the years. We're talking about women like Blu Cantrell, Cathy White, Rachel Roy. Honey, the list just goes on. And let me tell you, it seems like Jay's been using his money, power, and connections to keep these women's lips sealed tight when they tried to speak their truth. But here's where things get really dark and twisted. This recent legal drama surrounding Jay-Z, it's like opening Pandora's box because suddenly everyone from his past is coming out of the woodwork, ready to spill all the tea. And while Jay-Z will probably manage to get that Jane Doe case thrown out, I mean, let's be real, he's Jay-Z, the floodgates have burst wide open, bringing all of Jay's skeletons dancing right out of that closet. And now, hold on to your wigs because Carmen Bryan, who was actually carrying Jay's baby at one point, is speaking out about the absolutely shocking lengths Jay allegedly went to keep his secrets buried 6 feet under. From throwing money at women to keep them quiet, to straight up threatening them, or even worse. It seems like there's so much more happening behind those velvet curtains than any of us ever imagined. So, who are these mysterious women Jay-Z allegedly silenced before they could tell their stories? And did he really go as far as making some of them disappear forever? Stay right where you are, because we're about to break down every single juicy detail.
But Jay, that you were pregnant, what was this?
I told him after the fact.
Oh, you told him after?
I told him after the
Okay,
fact.
so he didn't even know.
No, I
Okay.
told him after the fact.
Let's be honest here. The cheating rumors about Jay-Z have been swirling around forever, and word on the street is that Jay's been stepping out on Queen Bey since literally day one of their relationship. Jay himself finally came clean about his infidelity on his album 444, where he rapped about his wandering ways, the pain he caused, and how he's supposedly been trying to fix things with Beyonce, but then, in true Jay fashion, he completely flipped the script, gaslighting everyone by turning it into this whole fight for the family narrative.
You can be in love with someone, you can love someone and if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward, then you're gonna have complications, period. And if you can either address it or you can pretend until it blows up at some point. And you know, for us, we chose to fight for our love, for our family, to give our kids a different outcome. You see, to break that cycle. For black men and women, to see a different outcome. Like you were saying, it's not this celebrity couple. We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.
And get this, when someone asked if he'd be as forgiving if Beyonce had been the one doing the cheating, Jay-Z had the audacity to say he hoped he'd be as strong as his wife who took him back. Like, seriously?
That's a level of strength really on both sides. I mean, if the shoe had been on the other foot, if the transgressions had been on her side, do you think you would be able to be as forgiving of her as she was of you?
I hope. Again, because I love her the same way. No matter what side, I love her the same way. I pray that I will, because her strength and her, man, is the strongest woman I know. Like, her and my mother, they battling for one.
But let's keep it 100% real here. We all know that someone as prideful and ego-driven as Jay-Z would never stay with Beyoncé if she publicly admitted to getting cozy with multiple men. Meanwhile, the Bayhive was absolutely done with this narrative Jay-Z was pushing, this whole women who stay with cheating husbands are somehow strong nonsense. Around the time Lemonade dropped, Beyoncé's fans were literally begging her to dump Jay's unfaithful behind. But Beyoncé decided to stick it out, and now most people are convinced this marriage is more about business than love at this point. But isn't it just so ironic how Beyoncé keeps putting out these songs about the other woman, almost like she's trying desperately to convince everyone that Jay-Z's so irresistible that she's constantly fighting off these other women?
I'd like to thank my beautiful husband.
Now, let's dig into the dirt about these other women. How many were there really? And are these disturbing rumors true that Jay-Z silenced some of these women? Permanently? Okay, let's start with Blu Cantrell. Yes, the woman Jay-Z allegedly named his firstborn child after. Blu started making waves in the late 90s, doing background vocals for industry heavy hitters, including Jay-Z's bestie Diddy. Her incredible talent caught L.A. Reid's eye, and he signed her faster than you can say record deal after hearing her perform one of her original songs.
I took my mom and my family, and we went to the studio, and I sang, and they signed me, and like 2 weeks later, I had a record deal. He didn't believe I could sing the way I sang. He heard a song I did and called Till I'm Gone, that was on the first album, and he didn't believe it was me, so he said, sing it live. I sang it live, and he signed me.
In 2001, Blu dropped her debut album, So Blue, and it was an absolute moment. We're talking 2 Grammy nominations. But here's where the plot thickens. Around this time, Blu allegedly got close to Jay-Z, who had just started dating Beyoncé. Queen Bey was working on launching her solo career, and in 2003, right when Blu dropped her second album, Bittersweet, Beyoncé came through with her debut album, Dangerously in Love. And honey, the tea is that Beyoncé wasn't just feeling threatened by Blu's rising star, she supposedly thought there might be something extra spicy going on between Blu and Jay. Now, Blu later denied any romantic involvement with Jay, but when the queen of gossip herself, Wendy Williams, asked her about it in an interview, Blu just gave this super awkward laugh and said she couldn't really answer that.
Have you ever kissed Jay-Z romantically?
No. No, I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Oh, she's touching him off the neck! Look! You see?
Why do people not want to let the Jay-Z Blu Cantrell thing go?
And Wendy, being the shade queen she is, suggested that Jay-Z probably picked Beyoncé over Blu because Blu wasn't young enough for him and he wanted someone more naive who'd be easier to control. The tea is scalding.
There's a couple steps talking about the have you been? See, you have to hook up with somebody in the business who understands.
I mean, you have to hook up with somebody. I do understand what you're saying. It's hard to find someone who's a regular guy, works a regular job, and can understand what you do. Because they'd be like, what are you doing? You're in the studio, why can't you come home, you know? It is easier to relate to men who are in the business, but I find myself as like, it's just redundant. Like they're in this circle that it's fast women, fast money, and it's just like, I can't live that lifestyle because some of my best friends are guys who are in the business, who are successful, and I see what they do on a day-to-day basis because I hang out with them, I kick it. Most of my friends are guys in this business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And not guys that I sleep because you know what? I respect what they do in their hustle, and I try to learn what I can from them. Women are a tad weak sometimes. We're looking for a score. We're looking for a man to take care of us. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm looking for more money in my bank account.
Right. So I'm sorry for talking in those terms because you know what? I am used to talking to other female artists who perhaps don't have that same eye.
You know what? And I don't knock it because my mother did it.
Have you ever kissed Jay-Z romantically?
No. No, I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Oh, she's touching him off the neck! Look! You see?
Why do people not want to let the Jay-Z Blu Cantrell thing go?
Because, honey, that was a fabulous little high point in your career.
Well, what about Beyonce and Jay-Z? That's fabulous.
Yeah, but that was good for you. That was good. That was hot. That was hot.
Look at your face. People just love that. They, you know, I mean, we hung out one time and it was made press, you
Do you
know?
want to know why I said on the radio that I didn't think it would last, though?
What, me and him?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're about 25.
Why, he needs somebody younger than that?
At the end of the day, yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because I think at the end of the day, a younger, less savvy to the ways of the world broad.
Somebody a little bit more naive.
But wait, it gets even messier. When Beyoncé and Jay-Z dropped their music video for their 2003 collab Bonnie and Clyde, Blu Cantrell came out swinging, calling them out publicly and saying the video was basically a carbon copy of her own promo for Roundup, which had dropped earlier. But the drama train didn't stop there. In November 2002, Blu released a song with Sean Paul called Breathe. And then, just a few months later, guess what? Beyoncé drops Baby Boy, featuring, you'll never believe it, Sean Paul. And on Baby Boy, Beyoncé sings the line, "Let me breathe," which could be just a coincidence, but Blu certainly didn't think so.
I really I was a fan of Sean Paul's Give Me the Light, and I said, you know, let's get this guy on the album before he really blows up, and everyone else is gonna want him on their song. And we got him first, and you know, he just like I said, he's just major.
But hold on to your seats because Blu wasn't finished. She threw some serious shade at Beyoncé in an interview saying, maybe she's trying to do it to get press, but I want to make her understand if she goes there with me, it's the wrong move. She needs to understand what she's doing and what she's getting into. And when asked why she thought Beyoncé might be coming for her, Blu's response was absolutely everything. If she is being negative, she doesn't need to be, Blu said, because she's a beautiful girl, but if you have issues with your man, address it with the guy. Don't take it out on the girl. But fast forward to 2014 and things took a seriously dark turn in this love triangle drama. In September 2014, Blu was found wandering the streets of Santa Monica at 2 a.m., screaming that someone had poisoned her with gas. According to TMZ, the episode went on so long that someone called the police and Blu was taken to a nearby hospital for evaluation. After that chilling incident, Blu was dropped from her label faster than a hot potato, and since then, nobody in the music industry will work with her. Back in 2013, Blu claimed she was working on her third studio album independently. But honey, we're still waiting. It hasn't seen the light of day, and ever since then, she's basically vanished into thin air. So, did Jay-Z and Beyoncé have something to do with Blu's sudden fall from grace? While a lot of fans and even some industry insiders seem to think so, one voice stands out: Jay-Z's former background singer Jaguar Wright, who recently added fuel to this fiery theory. Jaguar pointed out that people who were seen as threats to Jay and Beyoncé had their careers destroyed or met tragic fates. She even brought up former Def Jam artist Eric Sermon, who allegedly jumped out of a third-story window in September 2001, right around the time Jay-Z dropped The Blueprint. Yeah, they said Eric jumped, Jaguar said. I don't think he jumped, I think he had help. But Jaguar didn't stop there. In that same interview, she practically begged Blu Cantrell to come forward and share everything she went through with Jay-Z.
Blu. The first Blu. Not they daughter Blu. Blu Cantrell. You were singing, boo. And you made a choice to work with someone, and you probably didn't realize how nefarious he was when you got involved with him. I didn't. Blu, it's time to talk. Jay-Z worked very hard to erase you and me, just like he did Elle, just like he did his relationship with R. Kelly, just like he did his relationship with Aaliyah.
But wait, because Jaguar wasn't done dropping bombs. She recently came out with even more shocking allegations, suggesting that Blu's alleged poisoning might be connected to the suspicious death of Jay-Z's other rumored mistress, Cathy White. Jaguar also claimed that Jay's friend Diddy knows exactly what happened to Cathy, hinting that he might have been involved in a string of poisonings.
You predict what will happen next in the future. You know, it's like you see it before it happens.
Cathy White's true killer is going to be unveiled. And it's not a man. And that woman died screaming.
Anything else?
Yeah. Show him the tape, Diddy. You got it.
Oh, man,
That might buy you a little time. You should probably stop looking for plastic surgeons.
Man.
Looking for a new life, new face. We're gonna hang you high. Jay-Z too. Beyonce too. And we're gonna round up all the See, I love a good gay man. I just can't stand him.
Now let's dive into what happened to Cathy White. In early September 2011, a handful of local news outlets and celebrity blogs reported the death of a young woman named C. Corona White, who was described as Jay-Z's alleged mistress. One article published on Hot 107 spilled the tea about how Cathy had been battling with the blogs before her death, after celebrity blogger Hollywood Street King exposed her alleged affair with Jay-Z. The article also pointed out that the affair rumors started flying after Cathy and her friend Claudia Jordan were spotted at Las Vegas's TAO nightclub, sitting at a table with Jay-Z and Diddy. And get this, there's even a photo that recently resurfaced showing Cathy, Jay-Z, and Diddy at the same party in Vegas. And where was Beyonce during all this drama? Oh, she just happened to be overseas on her I Am World tour. When Hollywood Street King first reported Jay-Z's alleged affair with Cathy, it didn't make huge waves, at least not until news of Cathy's death hit in September 2011. And here's where things get even more suspicious. Beyonce announced her first pregnancy at the VMAs on August 28, 2011, just 5 days before Cathy was found dead. Beyonce's pregnancy announcement absolutely broke the internet and dominated headlines for weeks, so when a few outlets quietly reported on Cathy White's death, it pretty much flew under the radar. But the timing definitely raises eyebrows, especially when you factor in those long-standing rumors about Beyonce using a surrogate and faking her pregnancy. And now, let's talk about another potential mistress who got silenced, Dame Dash's ex-wife and the rumored Becky with the good hair, Rachel Roy. The rumors about Jay-Z and Rachel really exploded in May 2014 when that shocking elevator footage leaked, showing Solange absolutely going off on Jay-Z in an elevator at the Met Gala, while Beyonce just stood there looking like it was just another day at the Carter household. And get this tea, one insider later told E! News that Solange went off on Jay after she saw him getting cozy with Rachel Roy at the Met Gala after party. The source claimed that Solange confronted Jay about flirting with Rachel, but he started saying some disrespectful things to her and Beyonce, and that's when all hell broke loose in the elevator. Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Solange never really explained what went down in that elevator. All they did was put out some PR statement calling it an unfortunate incident and saying the family had worked through it. And now Jay-Z's ex Carmen Bryan is back in the mix, stirring the pot and adding fuel to the fire with rumors that Jay-Z is way worse than people realize. After news broke that Jay-Z had been named alongside Diddy in a shocking lawsuit by Jane Doe accusing them of assaulting her when she was 13, Carmen broke her silence and shared a cryptic quote on Instagram that read, "Be kind to past versions of yourself that didn't know then the things you know now." Carmen also shared a snippet from a news article about Jay-Z's rumored son Rymir Satterthwaite, and she added an emoji of Michael Jackson eating popcorn. But Carmen wasn't done yet. She shared another message in reaction to the Jane Doe lawsuit saying, "These days people don't defend what is right, they defend who they like, and that's why we call you a groupie." And then she took it a step further, seemingly insinuating that Jay-Z snitched on himself on Kanye West's song Monster, where Jay raps, "Kill a block, I murder the avenues, I rape and pillage your village women and children." Now some people are calling Carmen Bryan a clout chaser who's just trying to stay relevant by jumping on the Jay-Z bandwagon. However, most fans are saying whether or not she's chasing clout doesn't erase all the other shady stuff linked to Jay's past, from the countless rumors about his mistresses to the strange disappearances and tragic ends of some of these women. There's just way too much smoke for there not to be at least some fire. But what's your take on Carmen's posts? How do you feel about all these allegations surrounding Jay and the way his rumored mistresses were allegedly silenced? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't miss out on this next video.